What up, YouTube Digital? This is a quick response to my bad video. Dude, you're reading way too much into what people are trying to fucking pull the wool over people's heads for. First off, if it comes from Prison Planet, it's complete fucking lies and failed to begin with. Google Checkout has already put in these rules against most of the people for a long time. It's nothing new because they're liable. eBay has already been sued before. Craigslist has already been sued before. There was a couple other websites that have been sued. I won't even get into like Napster and shit. The websites are liable for shit that goes on them, even though they try not to be liable. If some 16-year-old kid buys a knife, buys a switchblade in California through Google shopping, and gets it sent to him, and then the cops find it because he stabbed some kid and it gets traced back, they're gonna get shit for selling a kid an illegal weapon that shouldn't even be in California to begin with. And it's happened. So they have pretty much have already stopped doing it, except for people that they know that could process it, like Cheaper Than Dirt. So it's nothing new. As far as Google Shopping has taken on the same rules as Google Checkout. Why? Because they're going to be a new deal, and it doesn't matter what those rules say or not, because most of that shit ain't going to be there anyways. Google Shopping is, as it says right here, is becoming a commercial site, meaning it's not going to have free listings anymore. It's going to be a pay site. So regardless, almost all of those were not going to be there anyways. Cheaper Than Dirt will still be there, and maybe one other one, but that's it. So, as far as I know, Bing's going that way too. They have to do this. It's a fucking liable thing. No one's gonna sit here and pay their fucking lawyers or anything else. So, yeah, they need to stop crying. No one paid eBay when they got fucking sued. And, same with Craigslist. Craigslist got spanked many times. They got spanked over some guns and ammo bullshit. They got spanked over the prostitution shit. No one stood up and, fucking, whatever. The prostitutes didn't take ownership of that one, fuck. It's just stupid. It's a website. It's their website of that. They're not suppressing Second Amendment rights, because you don't have rights through someone's website. They cannot stop you from buying guns and ammo. So they're not repressing your rights, especially when they still got it in their main search. Which, I mean, that's the part I don't. People are saying this crap when they got it in their main search. If they really did not want guns and ammo and knives, and they were that much against Second Amendment, they would pick up the phone and every fucking YouTube channel, every blogosphere that's part of Google, anything Google attached to that has to do with guns and ammo, including all the fucking merchants, like I bet like Cheaper Than Dirt and a couple other of these big ones are getting their website space from Google. And Google shut all of them down tomorrow. Tomorrow they could have the big Second Amendment shit off. Oh wait, they don't. They put rules in a thing that they're liable for. That if the funny thing is the rules were already there. I remember knife makers talking about it about 6 or 7 months ago. The rules have already been there. It's nothing new. It's been an issue now for well over a year. So, anywho, don't believe these hype stories because most of the time they're bullshit. There's more fool's gold on. The sad thing about the internet is there's more fool's gold on the internet than there is bullshit. And there's more bullshit than there is truth. And I'm sorry, I don't trust Drudge Report. I don't trust any of those. Because, first off, they talk shit, but they're filled with Google AdSense. Especially these ones talking shit about Google, but they're getting paid for Google. You know, some of these websites have 24 fucking ads on each page. That means when you go and look at a story, you're hitting them 24 times. They have 24 different ads. That's 24 different hits by one view. So that's like refreshing a video on YouTube 24 times and it working. So, what are the really, especially these independent bloggers that have either the free accounts or the $14 a month unlimited accounts? What do they need 24 fucking AdSense on there for? And I've already done a video on this, and every one of these fucked up, weird, stupid stories I've been able to debunk within a minute or two. This is no exception. No fucking exception. It's easy. It's debunked. So, yeah. If they wanted it out, they'd take it out of their search engine. Matter of fact, people need to realize that half of these gun places like Cheaper Than Dirt, anyone except for like pretty much any gun store except for Midway and whatever that other one is, Brownells. Except for like those two, everyone else was made because of Google. So, if anything, Google has helped the Second. Matter of fact, I know they have. People don't sit here and remember the history of Google and everything. And I'm not a Google fan. Don't get me wrong. I am not a Google fan. Matter of fact, let me show something here. Options. Let me show something here. Let me spin this around and round you go. And just to be Reno.Craigslist and what's that one right there? Is that Yahoo? Huh. Oh, so Yahoo auto opens every day. Huh. Yeah. I like Android, but I'm not a big gigantic Google fan. Never really have. I don't use Chrome. I use Firefox. So I'm not a big Google fanboy, but I could tell you right now, Google's done more for the internet as far as our rights than any of these independent bloggers have done, than Alex Jones have done, than most of the fucking media has done. So just think, every time you go to a site, you only pretty much know about it, or someone has told you about it because at one point in time someone has found it on fucking Google. And if it wasn't for Google AdSense, all these guys wouldn't have anything to steal. It's funny because most of these independent blogs, their stories are fucking plagiarized anyways. So that cracks me up even more. If they, this is just one more case. If a corporation wanted to do something, they could have shut down. They could have shut down Second Amendment so fucking hard across the board. But still, I could still go out and buy a gun. People need to stop finding excuses. It's like people that hate Obama. Every day you turn around, they're finding another excuse, and it's just not looking good. If you don't like him, don't like him. You don't need to find 385,282 reasons. Just don't like him. Anywho, I gotta go.